Well, they've already wrapped up the Rugby Championship, which of course raises the question as to what the All Blacks are going to do in Argentina. Of course, the graphic beside me says muy bien, which is Spanish for very good. And Dominic, George, the All Blacks have been nothing but very good for this whole season. In fact, for the last 2 years. In fact, probably for the last 5 years, if we're honest.
No, they've been better than very good. They've been quite sensational, to be brutally honest with you. So Argentina, tough place to go and play a game of rugby in Argentina, though. They certainly won't be taking this one lightly. In fact, I think the Argentinians even drew a test with the All Blacks at one stage against Argentina over there. I see there being a few changes. My big one would probably be, if I look through the touring squad, I wouldn't be surprised to see Lima Sopoanga get a run at first 5'8". Beauden Barrett has done a wonderful job up until this point. They may just say, look, have a bit of a breather, Beauden Barrett, and we'll throw Lima in. Okay, so this is what I'd like to see, right? It's a bit out there. I accept it's a bit out there. I would like to see Matt Todd on the open side. To Adi Savia back on the bench. I would like to see Elliot Dixon on the blind side. My gut tells me that the AB selectors at the moment, even though they've started Dixon before, probably like the look of Liam Squire better. Yeah, they like his ball carrying ability for a start. I mean, he is brilliant at getting over the advantage line. That really holds him in good stead in that forward pack. But either way, Highlanders man in there, so you know, who's complaining really? I agree with you. I'd love to see Lima start. But also, Waisaki's over there. I'm assuming he's at full health. I haven't read any reports to say that he's not. So Waisaki on the wing, and here's the big one. You ready for this? Go on. Don't bite my head off. I know what you're going to say. Are you? Okay. Damien McKenzie, I'd love to see him get a run at fullback. Now stop. I know where you're going to go. Just last year before the World Cup, they gave Lima a run in South Africa. They wanted to see if he could handle the pressure if they needed him. Yeah, which he did. Yes, indeed. And I just wonder, if Lima starts and Bowden's on the bench and they start McKenzie, then, you know, if it all goes to pot after 20 minutes, you can bring on the world's best first five and arguably the world's best super sub at the moment anyway. Yep, it's a good point. Look, I wouldn't discount it. I just wonder whether, I mean, they have taken him. They've taken him. That's start, you know, step number one for this young kid. I think a little bit. It's a question of whether or not they've been planning this out for a very long time, or if they're going on what they've seen in terms of, you know, how they've travelled, how they've trained during the week, and whether or not they make one or two last-minute decisions. This group is very, very good at blooding new guys at the right time. You mentioned the example of Sopoanga, which was a really, really good one. They threw him into the cauldron. He came up trumps. They know what he's got now. McKenzie, it would be good to see. It would be really, maybe do you give someone like Ben Smith a week off? I don't know. I wouldn't discount it. I would just say that it's unlikely. Yeah, you know, look, I mean, I agree with you as well. The other question to look is, with Israel Dag playing such good footy at the moment, if Waisaki comes back, where does it go? He's gone. I mean, surely he's gone. Yeah, unless you give Julian Savia a spell, because they've got him back to somewhere near his best form or peak form, which is great, because he really, for the first half of 2016, was nowhere near that, and he was getting criticised. They stuck with him. He's come back. Do you give him a week off as well? You bring Naholo back onto the left wing, because it's very hard to drop. I don't think they'd probably view it as dropping anyway, but Israel Dag's made a very good fist of it since he's come back into the fray. I think the upshot is they have a wealth of riches to choose from, don't they? They do. And I think overall my pick would be All Blacks 20 points, by 20. Yeah, that would be probably at the outside in terms of a margin, but they will probably pull away at the end. I think you'll see Argentina probably stick with them for a bit longer than you saw in the game over here. So maybe the All Blacks to pull away in the last 10 to 15. All right. Now we need to address something that happened a couple of weeks ago on ODT TV. 2 weeks ago, we reported on a story around the Paralympics, and we attributed the broadcast rights to the Paralympics to Sky TV. That attribution was wrong. Sky TV did not have the rights to broadcast the Paralympics. We offered some criticisms of the broadcast in general, then attributed that criticism to Sky TV, which was wrong as well. We wanted to broadcast this retraction and apology to say that Sky TV didn't have the rights to the Paralympics, and we made a mistake, and we want to correct that. I've been in broadcasting for 20 years. Predominantly been working in news and entertainment. This is the first time I've ever had to do a retraction, so we don't like getting things wrong. We don't normally get things wrong. It was a mistake. I also want to say that ODT TV is produced and made by me. and I'm 100% responsible for that error. No fault should be labelled with the ODT newspaper or any of the Allied Press group. It's my error. And again, I want to offer a retraction and an apology to Sky TV for the mistake we made. And on that, I will leave you, wish you all the well and all the best, and say go the All Blacks for this weekend.